Hey yo, what is up? A quick video for you guys today. Changes on the super test world of tanks. The Caliban and the WZ-114 have some changes, and we're going to take a quick look at it right away. As I guessed and as I called it, mobility on the WZ-114 has been buffed slightly. They figured that this thing was just too slow to be competitive. So some of the changes are engine power from 750 horsepower to 850 horsepower. Also the power to weight ratio from a poor 10.71, they've upped it to 12.14 power to weight ratio, horsepower per ton. Maximum top speed as well from 30 to 33 going forward. The hull traverse 21.9 degrees to 25 degrees per second, so significant improvement in terms of mobility. The gun traverse speed as well improved from 16.69 to 18.77. so those are the major changes that are coming. There's also a little bit of changes in the soft stats, the dispersion stats. That's what I'm talking about. During rotation and maximum speed, the dispersion has been increased from 5.01 to 5.63. This means that when the gun is rotating and traveling at top speed, the dispersion is going to be slightly worse. This is not too bad. I don't think this is going to be a lot of changes in terms of dispersion. The most important dispersion, which is during rotation, during movement and during vehicle rotation, still remains the same. Only the while moving and turning kind of dispersions have changed slightly. So a little bit of a mobility buff for the WZ-114, and that is definitely going to be a welcome sight for this tank. Let's move on to the next tank, which is the Caliban. The Caliban has been buffed as well, because this tank is actually, from the stats, you knew they were going to change it because it couldn't be the way it was. But however, they have nerfed the mobility a little bit, but they improved the gun handling stats a little bit. So what has changed? The engine power from 950, they've decided to nerf it down to 750 horsepower. So significantly lower horsepower, which means the power to weight ratio as well has been nerfed from 23.36 to 18.44. So still highly mobile tank, but slightly nerfed in terms of agility. The hull traverse speed 34.42 degrees to 31.29 degrees, so it cannot turn its hull as quickly as it was supposed to, but 31.29 is still pretty quick. It is still a pretty agile tank, but slightly nerfed from what it was. It was more like a T100 LT. Now it is like an LT 432, in that, if that makes sense to you. So that has been slightly nerfed, but the rate of fire has been nerfed as well, but the accuracy has been improved. So what has happened is the aim time or the reload time between shells, or the intra clip, because this is a 2-shot autoloader, the intra clip has been improved from 8 seconds to 3.5 seconds. But the reload time, this is a weird one, because the intra clip, it says improved from 8 seconds to 3.5, but then there is another intra clip that says 38 seconds. So it is an auto reloader. Yeah, instead of an auto loader, it is an auto reloader. The intra clip reload has been increased from 28 seconds to 38 seconds, and the first shell, which is 19.18 seconds to 23.97 seconds. The full reload as well, from 47.94 seconds to 62.32 seconds. So a huge nerf in terms of that reload time. But like I said, there was some changes. There was some buffs, which is the aim time. Instead of 6.52 aim time, which is worse than an artillery, it has been buffed to 3.64 seconds. That is basically the only main buff, I suppose. There are some improvements to the dispersion as well, which is a hidden stat. 7.0 after firing dispersion has been buffed to 6.0, and during movement 0.40 buff to 0.38. So overall, a slight nerf in terms of mobility of the tank, and the reload time as well has been nerfed, but the aim time has been significantly improved from the 6.52 to the 3.64. So nerf on the reload time on the auto reloader, reload time on the intra clip has been buffed from 8 seconds between shots to 3.5 seconds between shots, and then your full reload clip has been nerfed from basically 48 seconds to over a minute reload time. So I think overall this is actually a worse. This nerf made it a lot worse, because 1 minute reload time, it doesn't matter what the gun does. If it takes a minute for you to reload, I don't think it is going to be very competitive or very good. So those are my thoughts. I've put out the stats here for you guys to see, so that you can compare for yourself and have a look quickly. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.